Good morning. It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday, June 11th.
It's Rachel Tuesday.
It's what?
Rachel Tuesday.
Is that every Tuesday?
It should.
Yeah.
Oh.
If I remember, and I remembered.
Can you eat in the city for only $40 a day?
Yeah. That's remarkably easy.
Rachel Ray regularly struggled on the show.
Well, because she likes food, and I eat trash. I dig through the cans and I eat the leftover cheese on the wrapper. Very
raccoon?
Very underrated cheese, by the way.
You basically gave your $40 to a raccoon and was like, show me the good spots.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
It's you gotta find the locals.
There is no one more local than a raccoon.
Correct. They've got like a perimeter. Like the chipmunks, they can't cross the river.
The chipmunks can't cross the river here.
Nope.
Anyway, hi everyone.
Morning.
If you didn't know, Thomas has been with us for several days. We've done several streams. We did a real good one on Sunday. I'll get the VOD out for that pretty soon.
You did a real good one Friday too.
Did a real good one
and
Friday.
Last night.
And last night.
Thank you.
This is your 4th stream since you've got here.
I've been content mule. I told you you can use and abuse me for content.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Happy to do it.
It's basically
It's happened.
We're doing our normal thing, and you're here, so we just are like, you get on in here.
Oh, eating 50 chicken nuggets is a normal thing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that part was not normal. Doing a stream on Sunday is not normal. And also eating 50 chicken nuggets.
It's fine.
I know people were asking how I was. I laid down for an hour after the stream, and then I was fine. That was it.
Very normal.
That was it. And I didn't eat dinner that night, which means that my calorie consumption for that day actually ended up being pretty normal. So everything is fine. I have not went to the bathroom yet. So that is going to happen someday. It's going to happen someday.
It's normal. It's normal for that to happen.
Yeah.
It's like how bears hibernate.
Yeah.
They make a plug.
They're...
I'm sorry, this is awful. We gotta move on. Good morning, everybody. Hi, my name's Thomas. I'm visiting friends. It's been very lovely. I've enjoyed this very much. Normally this would be towards the end of the stream where I say these things, but I'll just repeat them.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
We've had a really good time with Thomas.
We've done a lot of fun things.
It's true. We have. I'm going to read some alerts. We got 18 months from Meatball, 58 from Daniel Bonin, 32 from Rubik's Moon, 18 from Cookie and Pie Guy, 41 from The Reload.
Spirit Tom says next week Steven races to Boogie Thomas eats a salad.
Oh, Thomas is doomed.
I am doomed again.
Thomas has never eaten a salad.
No one has ever eaten a salad
faster than
in an hour, in less than an hour.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It takes a long time. We get 3 bits from Aldo. It says, so Steven, on a scale from 1 to 50, how much do you regret Sunday?
Well, we gotta quantify the scale. Is 50 bad?
If 50 is bad, then currently I regret it like a 2. In the moment, I regretted it like a 45.
Ask him in an hour, though.
Then it'll be a 1. Well, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know if it'll be a 1 or a 50. I am unsure. We got 21 months from Aaron, the Anime Almanac. 24 months from Sakademus. Congratulations on the 2. 28 months from Shattered Muse. 43 from Tokanut. 5 from Pudsey. 11 from Fur 1001. 5 months from Taylor Broforn. 69 months from DC20 Will Save. Nice. 68 from Read the Nintendo Painter. 36 from Musakos. That's a 3. Congrats on 3. 20 months from Haste the Day. 34 from RSD. 19 from Owl My Dude. 67 from Ultra Huss. 60 from Luna Boy. Lots of claps today. Congrats on the 5. 43 months from Zaz My Man. 22 from Supersonic Dog. And 16 months from Pastry Bear Plays. Thank you all for the resubs this morning. A very merry June 11th to you all, as we are a third of the way through June. And it's reasonably warm. The three of us went for a walk yesterday morning.
A little toasty.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, when the walk started, I think it was like 73 or 74, but when the walk ended, it was like 82 or something. So
Yeah, that's
The
normal.
sun was hard. But that was only the last bit of the walk.
the ground was soft, but the sun was hard. Yeah, I was hoping when we went out to walk, I was like, oh, well, I won't need to take a shower. And then I was wrong.
Stinky boy.
Yeah, I was pretty sweaty by the time we got back.
I've been really thrown off this entire trip that I'm showering in the morning, and that's throwing me all out of whack. That's not my normal schedule.
You normally shower at night before bed?
Yep, I have to do that. That is the rule in my home. There are very specific rules in my house.
You don't put shoes on the counter.
Can't put shoes on the counter, absolutely not. There's no crying. No crying is allowed.
Oh, God!
The cat can't get up on the dining room table. We shower in the evening.
Holy Jesus.
Now, do we break all those rules? Regularly. But the big one is no cat on the counter or on the dining room table. And does he break the rule? He certainly does. And when he does, we remind him, you broke the rules. Pick him up and he gets the punishment dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
the poor punishment dance. A normal
thing in every American home.
I mean, I don't think Europeans know about the punishment dance. It's just it's a cultural thing. So look it up.
Yeah.
You won't find anything.
There's a Wikipedia article.
100 bits from Fire Goddess 1990. We got 500 bits from Natalie Speaks, who says, "Have my first job interview after graduating college a month ago. Can I have some good vibes?" Good vibes.
Just show up. That's 90% of it. Yeah, don't forget to show up. That's a big part of it.
You have a lot of experience with people and helping with their job stuff, like with their cover letters and their resumes. You have like more experience with
I'm
that.
teaching that. Like
Yes,
that's
like,
part of my
I'm trying to get to
teaching.
that. Like
Your
you have
job.
more
It's
experience
part
with
of my
that
teaching, yeah.
than any person on the planet. What's the number one best tip for doing like a resume?
I mean, there's not like a number one best tip because all of it is subjective, but I would say don't lie.
If you move your hands, you might walk onto your lap.
What are you going to do?
No, we've decided.
That's fine. I know, I'm a scary gentleman. Don't lie, the truth does go a long way. Apply for the job even if you don't qualify. Like, just apply. I know it's kind of a pain to sometimes do that, but
isn't that lying?
You're not lying.
not lying. You're saying your skills and stuff, but you're applying to a job that maybe you don't qualify for.
I see.
You know, you want room for growth within your employee. You don't want someone to show up and just be like, I can do it all. You know, you definitely want, I have not been chosen.
Stephen, always.
Always, Stephen. You know, build up to that position that you can. The fact that you can learn is huge. That's the biggest thing. You can learn, and they want someone that's just going to show up and be on time.
I mean, that's all.
In the world of make-work society, we live in a world that is a make-work society. We just do things that aren't necessarily, like, work. You know, answering the email and telling someone yes isn't work. You know, going out and hunting and getting, you know, foraging for mushrooms and parsnips and things of that nature. That's work in the world of, like, humanity as a creature.
Yes.
But answering an email saying, hey, I need the invoice by Friday at 3, you know, that's make work. But thank God for it, am I right? I am not built for the foraging.
We have a great deal of societal understanding of what is and isn't work.
Correct.
Which is a weird thing, too, because then that can affect you even if you are maybe in a job position that the rest of the world doesn't see as work.
Correct.
And then you're like, even I do not do a work. I'm not a construction worker.
But you have to not take yourself so seriously, and that's okay. Just do something that makes you happy.
It's good advice. We got 31 months from Mean Dean, 49 from Mayo Rails, Cat Lizard gifted a sub to Normally James. We got 48 months from 4Wolf. Congrats on the 4. 16 months from Kitty Loves SSM, and 59 months from Vinny G Plays. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all are supporting the local economy and the work of the people here. Thank you.
Thank you. We will continue to do a funny.
Sometimes not a funny.
It's usually a funny.
Usually
A funny. There's some times where it's a little more like heartfelt. It's usually a funny.
Usually.
A lot of my jokes don't land, and that's okay. You gotta make yourself laugh first, and that's what I definitely do every single time.
Be funny to yourself. That's a good life skill also, and that starts up here. Not
I'm the
down here.
funniest person on the planet because of that.
You are very funny.
We have consistently said that we have the funniest.
We
group
are
of
the
friends.
funniest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We feel very strongly about the humor in the group. We that's like we have that down. We're happy about that. Everyone is very funny on and off camera. Maybe funnier off camera.
100% funnier off camera. The filter is on like high alert right now. I will tell you that much. It's come out several times. I'm like, that's a little too far, and I've gotten the look. I look at the monitor, and I'm like, I'm getting the look right now. I'm getting the glare. And anytime I turned on Sunday, I would see Chaz lean over like this and like, So it was.
What are you doing? Yeah. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. Pretty good.
Big sip.
Anise gifted sub to KA Gamer Kyle. Anise, thank you. Appreciate it. What does Thomas's shirt say? That's a great question.
It's Garfield, and it says, I have two moods, ballin' and ballin'. Oh my god. Wait, this is a gift from these people.
This is a great shirt.
I'm more of this ballin' than this ballin', but...
I think a healthy life is both. Alternating. Maybe not 50-50, but...
sometimes at the same time.
Yeah.
You're just driven to tears, so what do?
Yeah.
You bawl.
Molly Bibi said, no crying.
I'm sorry, we break the rule regularly, but that's okay. It's okay to break a rule. Did anyone get hurt? No. That's fine.
In this house, crying. You want to cry? Come visit. we cry here. We cry
Vagabond, come on.
We cry over many things. We got 52 months from Shinath. Shinath, thank you. We have had a good time. There has been a lot of streams, admittedly. The Superstar stream is out.
Yeah.
That one's out.
I wonder what happens.
We cry over many things. Golden Corral's new slogan. Thank you, Chaz.
I still cry over the last time we went to Golden Corral.
I am still blown away that I didn't get sick from that. No intestinal distress at all. And that is why...
Some people are just built differently. I've said that like 20 times this weekend.
IBS is a very strange
Thank you, Vagabonds.
thing.
The corral can't hurt you anymore.
I would go back.
You can go back. The rest of us will go get tapas or something.
You talk big game that I could go back, and yet you haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't had a reason.
Do you need a reason?
Yeah, I want them to
What?
introduce... Like, Jeff Foxworthy needs to come out on the show and be like, hey, come on down to Golden Corral, because now we have new filet mignon. Golden Corral's version of filet mignon. and it's served with I don't know, coins or something. I don't know.
The last time I was in a Golden Corral was with you.
I love that.
It was like 12 years ago.
I love that. Do you miss it?
No. The bread's good. The big old loaf of bread was good, but we had also been moving like giant pieces of furniture. And
Are you sure that wasn't Orion's?
was it Orion's?
I think it was Orion's.
Oh no. Well, whatever. Well, I'm not going back.
Yeah, I think it was Orion's.
Well, then I'm not going. Then we're going to Ryan's.
Well, I don't know if there's Orion's that exists anymore.
Can we
Is
go to
it Ryan?
Shoney's actually? I do love Shoney's.
Is there a Shoney's somewhere still around? I think
Yeah,
there is.
There's one near my family.
Oh my god, I want to go to Shoney's. I don't know if I do want to go to Shoney's. My suspicion is that a lot of these places are all probably bad.
It's just all reskin.
Yeah,
They just reskin everywhere. It's fine.
yeah. It's like Chili's and Applebee's and TGI Fridays are all the same restaurant. They just
Yeah.
have a different logo when you walk in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of them are asset flips.
Oh, closed.
But these are open.
They sure
Yeah,
are.
Shoney's new slogan is permanently closed.
Ryan's.
How is Ryan?
The last time I went to Ryan's, it was bad. It was like sad. There's two big differences in restaurants. There can be bad and there can be sad. Bad is where you go and you're like, oh, I didn't like that and the food was not good.
Sure.
Sad is like you walk in and the restaurant is depressing. You're like, oh, and like the food can be bad too, but like the environment is like
Sure.
very a big downer. It's ballin' with a W, correct? Yeah. I don't really like to put myself in there. Usually you can find out like within walking in the door of a minute.
I mean, you can tell by the parking lot
I
too.
can't find any Ryan's open.
They're gone probably.
Rest in peace, Ryan. We knew you well.
But Perkins, though.
Childe says, can a place be sad and still good?
Yeah. Like it's closing.
Yeah.
Like it's closing down or something like that. And like, didn't you
Yeah.
go to a place that was like it was the last day it was open or something?
Yeah. On one of our recent dates, Mal's choice was to go to a German place downtown Raleigh, and it was the last day they were open.
And there you go. Was it good? Oh.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It
wasn't incredible.
It
though.
wasn't incredible, but it was good.
I wouldn't go back, but I can.
Well, you can't.
So.
I
Solving
wouldn't go
problems.
back. I wouldn't go back to that place that you can't now.
I don't know the comedian, but they had mentioned that they're tired of going to good places. They're just ready for a bad experience. Like, just 2-star all the time. Like, lower your expectations, y'all. It's pretty great.
Go to Golden Corral.
There you go. I'm not going to, though.
I'm not either.
The only person that said that they would go back to Golden Corral, besides me, was Haley. And I'm not willing to go until
That's
they unveil the Golden Corral filet mignon.
You know, just raise the bar enough to slide underneath.
It's limbo. What you described is limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard Kepler snore, and
Oh,
holy
he's
moly.
so loud.
Holy moly.
He snores all the time.
It's great. Oh, I got a little paw. It's great.
It's too bright for him.
I know. These lights are very bright.
Yep.
But it's okay.
You get really used to them.
Mmm.
You do. Because, like, this is just... It's normal. These are the old lights. When these finally die, they're getting replaced with the same ones that we have, like, in the
Tabletop?
dining, in the
Cool.
dining room. Then they'll be more powerful.
I do prefer my lighting. My lighting is a yellow light that is over my head, a weird little bendy light that Brittany needed for a project, and sometimes I open my curtains.
I will tell you the one... If you want to try something out before you leave, sit at my computer, because there's two big lights. But
I know.
You're this close to the screen, so there can be like a glare on the computer screen when you're trying to play like a computer game.
I think I'm gonna stick to my method, and it's good enough.
It's arguably better if you can like see what you're doing.
Yeah. I will say I play on a tiny TV. I play on a little 19-inch TV. If it could be smaller, I would prefer that.
So this is
bizarre.
bizarre.
Bizarre to me. Absolutely bizarre to me.
Yeah. It's great though, because if you are trying to play like a 4-player game or something.
Oh, well, I don't have friends, so it's hard. Which was a gigantic shock on Friday to like, oh, you can have 4 controllers connected to a Switch at one time? Unbelievable.
You can actually connect 8.
Well, because Joy-Cons, yeah, or
Yeah.
that. But it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can play games together. It is interesting now when people visit, because when you visit, you're spending a lot of time with everyone, like in the living room and like chilling out and doing things, and like we just do that like at least once a week.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just
That's good.
happens.
And you
It's-
should do that.
It's a healthy thing. It's been very nice.
It's very good.
Yeah, we don't play Puyo with Haley. That doesn't happen, but that's only because we've all lost enough and our spirits are all crushed. Yeah. Chilling now. Sorry.
God, you're so cool.
I am.
How do you do it?
I don't know.
How do you do it? Good
I don't know. I'm
lord.
trying to research how I do it so I can
Write a paper.
Do it
write a
better.
book or something. Yeah. Yeah. He's still washing. But have you've enjoyed your time here?
It's been great. It's been absolutely great. It's a very healing type of thing.
It's been nice to have you here in a capacity that's more relaxed, because the last time you were here was for Extra Life,
Yeah.
and Extra Life is not.
You
this.
can't do anything.
No.
You
during
really
Extra
can't.
Life. You can't do anything. Can't. You stay up, but like it's work. It's absolutely work.
Extra Life is work. It's fun, but
Sure.
you don't get a chance to spend quality time with people. And then the last time we saw you was in Japan, and like that was good, but that was also super different, because
Yeah.
especially for that Japan trip, because everyone was doing different things at different times. So yeah, it's been nice to just chill.
Oh yeah. And we've done a lot of that. I've stayed up later than I have every single night.
Huh?
I mean, it's been later than
Yep.
me and Mal stay up.
I know. I'm well aware.
We're normally in bed by midnight at the latest.
Yeah, and I don't want to monopolize, your sleep, but
It's been fine.
Yeah.
We
can sleep Wednesday night.
Yeah, we can sleep later. It's not a big deal. Yeah. We're soaking in the Thomas time. Similar to how your stomach soaks in this snack.
Having an unusual dinner? You need Tiny Eddie's sandy acidic cheddar and pumpkin spice stegosaurus pies.
you had Aunt Sandy.
SACPSSP. Sack piss.
You didn't add the last P with
Sack.
piss.
Piss pee.
Yeah.
Call the cat. 1,000 bits from Tokenute says, Eddie, feed Thomas, please. Sandy, acidic, cheddar and pumpkin, spice stegosaurus pies.
Had I thought about it, I could have written a bunch of Eddies to have ready for this, but alas, here
You
we are.
still can.
You wouldn't like that.
Do it live. Amazing.
We never
There's-
went and got pie.
Oh no, we did talk about pie a lot.
Are we
didn't
going to have pie?
We talked about going to the pie shop.
Pumpkin spice pies?
I don't know what they have right now.
Cheddar is even the thing, because you put some folks, Midwesterners, right, put cheddar on apple pie.
What?
Some of them do, yes.
I've never heard of this.
Slice
Yeah.
of cheese on top of apple pie.
Well, all right.
Apple, not pumpkin, Steven.
I said apple.
Oh, sorry.
Is it like just as sharp as you can get, or is there a specific rule, or
I've never had it.
don't you want to try it Like
I would try it,
since your
but I have
people
never been to a
invented it?
place that has it, but it is common in some parts of Wisconsin.
Interesting. Mega Press, someone from the Midwest. What?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go get a craft single, slap that baby on a piece of pie, and you have to eat that when I go collect 1 star.
A craft single is no. I don't want to eat a craft single on its own.
Why? Craft single's great.
Oh.
It's so easy. Just the wrapper is great.
Craft single on a McDonald's apple pie.
Oh, that's a great idea.
A craft single is fine in a grilled cheese. Oh, gross. 50 slices of craft singles race.
Oh, I could win that one, I think. That one, I think
I don't
can
think
win.
I could start that one. I really don't. Like, craft singles are to just eat that is very gross.
With or without the wrapper?
The wrapper is not part of the food.
Oh, that's the problem here.
It's like when people post photos and they're like, the baby bells are not very good. They're just eating right through the wax.
You need some roughage. You need some roughage. There we go.
I am fine. I don't need anything.
Yummy microplastics.
Your ear itch? Meow. It's time for me to clean your ears again.
That's amazing.
Oh, can I see that photo closer?
That is absolutely amazing.
That is a craft single.
No, it's cheddar.
Is it?
It's cheddar.
It's just in a
It's
square
cheddar.
shape.
There's been a myth that's kind of perpetuated through Wisconsin culture that it's a law, it's required, but it's a myth. It's a myth.
A law?
It's a myth that there is a law that it's
Yeah.
required to be on apple pie.
That's
but
funny.
it is a myth.
Seems like a fairly unbelievable law, to be honest.
Dairy laws in Wisconsin are no joke.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't get pie. We can still get it.
Oh yeah, I know.
We had a really good goat cheese yesterday. Like I was
Yeah, you really liked that cranberry.
I was loving it. I do like a good goat cheese. You normally get one with like a honey on it, but
Yeah, dinner
This
last night was just charcuterie because there were 5 of us that had eaten lunch pretty late, and then we needed to eat dinner pretty early. We went to H Mart.
oh right.
Went to H Mart and had some food there.
I've forgotten so much. I've not been blogging.
You had beef gyudon. You and Chaz had beef gyudon.
That's right, yeah.
Mao had sushi. Dan had gyoza, and I had chicken oyakudon. And it was all good, but we ate it late, and then we had to get ready for your stream.
Yeah.
And
Kind of weird timing, but that's okay.
so we decided just to do charcuterie, and that was a good call.
Yeah, I held everyone up at the comic shop, so.
That would not have affected us being able to eat. The comic shop was cool. I've never
It
been
was
in there.
a very nice comic shop.
I generally associate comic shops with kind of like dark and cramped and dingy.
It's the comic culture has changed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, graphic novels and manga has definitely pushed things in a different direction. It's particularly manga, as far as what you see in a comic shop now. And, you know, it's not all superhero comics, thank God. Now, some superhero comics are great, but, you know, a lot of them are now, oh, here's a story about a cat. Here's a story about, you know, someone that's learning to drive a car for the first time.
Which seems a little more interesting to me, personally.
Tell us about Hellboy. They didn't have very many Hellboy comics. It was kind of sad. They had plenty of BPRD, which is part of the series, and other Hellboy related things, but not Hellboy proper. But to be fair, Hellboy's been like done for quite a while.
Yeah, I was telling Thomas yesterday. I'm not part of the comic world. I don't regularly read comics or anything, but the comic world is extremely parallel to the video game world. Like there's been many times where I have went to a video game shop and like part of it is a comic shop, so there's a lot of crossover there.
Well, the comics have kind of crashed out. They crashed out in the 90s when, these are going to be worth something someday, and then they weren't because they just flooded the market with it. And, the resurgence of, the MCU Marvel movies helped, but still, I feel like it's kind of bottomed out and it's not as big. Now, it's starting to, like, put them in the cases, like CGC special looking cases, like, it's at 10 on this.
Yeah.
Read a comic book. It's a piece of art. Read it. That's fine. If you're doing that, cool, but it is very oversaturated, like Satsy said.
That's why I like to not own sealed games, if I can help it.
Yeah.
Because I think video games deserve to be played.
Correct.
We got 41 months from GA Studios, 53 months from Night Owl, and 300 Bits from Shy says, Thomas, there's nothing micro about just eating a plastic wrapper.
I know, big energy. it gives me extra energy. It's great.
Are you the person that can like put a sealed Starburst in your mouth and eat the Starburst,
No.
but then when you spit out the wrapper, it's like origami?
No.
I knew a girl in high school who could do that.
Goodness. I could do the cherry.
He can eat sand.
What is sand if not microplastic?
Ooh.
No.
If I want you to have her number.
No, I'm not. No, it's ready for another candy opinion. Starburst, kind of mid. Starbursts are kind of mid.
I can't eat Starburst anymore.
Why not?
They hurt.
Stuck in his teeth and it hurts.
Chewy, like really hard, chewy stuff
That's fair.
is painful. So I don't do that anymore. Caramels are sometimes a little difficult too, but I still really like caramels, so I try to get around it. I'm a European and have no idea what a Starburst is. What do Europeans have?
Saltwater
Nothing.
taffy?
Old Billy.
Do they have
It's a
saltwater
little bit
taffy?
taffy.
A little bit, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
those things that Japan has? Haichus.
Haichus.
Haichu, yeah.
It's a Starburst is a Haichu. In fact, it's literally the same thing.
Now and laters.
Yeah, now and laters are harder
Yeah.
Yeah.
because their whole thing
These-
is like
yeah,
they
chew.
They are hard now and soft later. But Starburst and
No
Haichus.
way. That's why they're called that? I did not know that. Okay. That makes sense now. I thought you'd just have some now and then have some later.
No,
Okay.
they are hard now, soft later. Yeah, it's Starburst and Haichus are just they start soft.
Stay hard. Starts off.
I'm trying to think of something that stays hard.
Hard candy.
Hard candy.
Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is like that.
Gobstopper.
Oh, a Gobstop. Oh, I haven't had a Gobstopper in a long time.
A Jolly Rancher, yeah.
Or a Jolly Rancher.
I do like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I guess at this point we're just listing hard candy, but like when Jolly Ranchers were much more popular, I feel like, when I was a child. And I don't know if that's only because I ate them when I was a child and I don't eat them now.
Well, you limit it to like, I like this, I will continue to eat this one.
Yeah, they were something that we had at the pool. We would go to the pool.
Ooh.
And then
What a little tradition that you got there.
yeah, it was neat. But you know what's weird?
What?
I now associate being in the pool with the flavor of green apple in my mouth. And sometimes when I'm around a pool, I can taste green apple. And that's bizarre. But that was just something that we did whenever I was younger, because I'd have a Jolly Rancher in my mouth and then get in the pool. And hopefully it would stay in my mouth.
Just see a Jolly Rancher floating in the pool.
It's better than
Falls to the
Snickers or
bottom.
something. Yeah. What did you... we've been learning a lot about Thomas. Last night, Thomas
I did get grilled. I got grilled.
Okay, so we have a tradition. We have a tradition where when we have a guest, it's not even when we have a guest. We just do this.
Yeah, that's not...
But we'll sit in the living room and we have microphones there, and we'll have conversations with the microphones. So like everyone will be in there, but like maybe 2 different people have microphones, and
They're
we'll have
hooked up
like
to a speaker.
they're hooked up to a speaker, and they, we ask each other questions or just talk about like what's going on in our lives. It's honestly very therapeutic for most of it. But is it normal behavior? Probably not. So when guests are around, sometimes we'll do that with them, or we'll ask them questions. So that's what we did.
I got grilled big time. I mean, not really. They were very easy softball answers or questions.
Yeah, it was just it was a chance to like learn. Yeah, over our conversations. You have talk shows in your living room? We do need to interview Noah.
Yeah.
We didn't do that when Noah
Noah
was
will
here.
be back. He actually has it planned.
Okay. Yeah, we try not. Okay. In fairness, we try not to scare people.
They did spring it on me though, just out of nowhere. They're like, "Ooh, set up the microphones."
We do want to.
And I'm like, God, they're gonna do karaoke, and I'm just like, I'm
Nope.
very iffy about karaoke.
It was not karaoke.
And then suddenly they're like, Thomas, come sit down. Or I was standing up and Alex handed me a mic and you were asking me Steve Harvey questions. Or I was asking you Steve Harvey questions.
Yeah,
Steve Harvey questions, also known as just Family Feud, not just Steve Harvey.
Yeah, we asked. Yeah, we actually took turns and we all asked Thomas questions.
It wasn't an intervention. I think I'm perfect. Are you kidding me?
Nidal says this is the one thing you don't film. Yeah, we didn't film it.
No, there were some deep dark secrets.
But it's just it's a nice thing to do because you get a chance to know people a little bit better, and also there's a certain type of environment that is conducive to answering those questions.
Sure.
And in my opinion, it's sitting in a dark living room with lamps, which actually sounds like an interrogation, but I swear to God, it's not.
What was an easy, basic question? Like a starter question. Like, what's something you're proud of?
Sure.
Like I had asked Thomas, I was like, what is your favorite memory with your father? Mm-hmm. And then Thomas, I was actually impressed. You did not have to think about it at all.
No.
It came straight out. So it's like, oh wow, like Thomas just has this very specific thing. Mm-hmm. So we all asked like questions. Like Lunar, we don't scare people. Proceeds to describe scary environments. Yeah.
Yeah, and Becca, you're right. Like, come to my stream. I talk about stuff all the time.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You could have asked us questions if you wanted. Sometimes that happens too, where
Sure, but I feel like I know.
you know everything.
I know enough, and there's a lot that I don't need to know. In the sense of, I'm not in the circle. And that's a private moment that you have with the people here, and you should have those types of moments. Like they're conversations that
The true cult sacrifices happen when the guests are away.
correct. Correct. What friends didn't make it? Who knows? There's a
Has anyone seen Paul? Where's Paul? Yeah.
But there's stuff that just there's you segment your ideas and your thoughts and your feelings and what you reveal, and your truest self is what you're trying to find. And sometimes you open up enough, you show that vulnerable, your weak spot in some sense of like, oh, check it out, I've got a glowy orb right here that really you should just stab, and then boom, get that experience. But use fire here, and
You know
boom.
how to play Shadow of the Colossus.
Exactly. Can you find that sigil, that weak spot? And there's some things that you will tell the people that are like here all the time, and then sometimes you just forget, so you can't fill in everything. So
It's a few different things. It's the feeling of closeness when you're around a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. It's partially environment, like being in like a dark room with lamps. I really do feel like adds to it a little bit. To some degree, there is some level of inebriation occasionally, where people have just been drinking a little bit, so they're just like a little loosened up, and they're willing to be a little vulnerable, especially if someone else has been vulnerable. Then they're like, all right, well, so-and-so shared this fact, so I'm going to share a fact too. And then like no one responds poorly. So then that's like yeah, it's a good environment. Yeah, Renee says then everyone is ballin' with a W. Yeah, it's good. I actually really like that. It's something that we don't do all the time, but every once in a while we'll do.
Sure.
So I promise it's not an interrogation. Everyone is free to talk about whatever they want to talk about. We 300 bits from the Reload says, I'm surprised that Cult of the Lamb hasn't been played with all this cult talk. You would do a good job, maybe. You know, the funny thing about this is that there is a Cult of the Lamb comic currently just sitting in the kitchen.
It came out last week, yeah. And I picked it up here because it wasn't at my local shop.
You didn't even know how appropriate it would be.
It's a good comic. The game I'm kind of iffy on, but the comic is pretty good.
I've never played the game, but someday I will. Yeah, it's up there. Someday. Someday, I promise I'll play. I know Josh has played it. That's the other thing that's sad is that you and Josh.
Oh, we only see each other every 10 years.
Sad. You'll see him in Extra Life, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
So one would hope.
I know, Renee. I gotta get a bigger hard drive. But that's so complicated and hard to do.
You do you want help?
Maybe. I'm busy.
Okay. There are things that like can wait in life, but hard drives are not one of them.
I mean,
You gotta like move on that.
no, the best thing to do is just not to look at the computer screen. It's a great thing not to look at the computer screen.
Yep.
Your eye doctor asks you, how often do you look at the computer for work? Like all day, every day. I look at a screen all day, every day. But when I don't, it's great. And that's what comics help me do. Like, it's paper. Paper don't hurt eyes. But the radiation that comes off of this screen and this gigantic screen, it's just gonna, pierce. And that's why I have to wear glasses.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm in this room often enough. I'm probably
Immune?
doing fine. Yeah, I'm
You're
immune
to it.
If I can sit under these lights, then I'm doing okay. Yeah. So we've done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a good time. We've eaten some good food.
Mm-hmm. In there. That's good, yeah. I mean, that's what we've done. Jealous? Probably. There's probably someone jealous out there right now, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got lucky because this lined up well with a work conference, so.
We had 50 nuggies.
That's good food.
That is something. When it was over, I was, I was saying I was able to do that quickly, and I was like, it took Thomas hours, and Thomas is like, I took my time. He's like, I could do it faster, and I was like, well, let's switch places. So I don't know when that'll be, but I would love to do a stream where Thomas eats 50 nuggets and I speed run Mario 64.
We can do it. Like, now I know, like, the strat. Like, you clearly unlocked the strat, which, I hadn't been... I don't know your chug food, eat food man thing.
What?
Or any of the other epic mealtime things, I wasn't prepping for that. I mean, you just went all in and just ate it. That's the thing. Like, you just sat and, I'm having to hold together and talk about what I'm doing and keep saying I'm too amazed while you're just, down a nugget. I would like to see you play a game at the same time as eating nuggets. That's the thing. Like, race a game that I feel like we could both do. Or a blind game. Like, just pick a game like that neither of us have touched.
I would have to have a designated nugget feeder.
It's called your hand.
No, if I'm playing a video game.
You can pick up a nugget on like a cutscene.
I'm sorry, were you there Sunday? I didn't stop.
I know.
I was always
Thomas is saying have to require yourself to take a break to stop.
You gotta, you
both
gotta
be
do
in
a
the
thing,
same
eat a nugget.
position.
We gotta even this out. Now you can just say, I'm not gonna start the game until after I finish eating the nuggets, or I'm going to do the thing and then eat this.
Jen says an Earthbound race where you get minus 30 seconds for every nugget.
Ooh.
So I can save 25 minutes.
I could probably save some time in there, but I wouldn't have to because I'm fast. But I don't know anymore. Maybe I'm washed up. I am washed up, but it's fine.
Mal and I did do Boogie Tent.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I actually really enjoyed that. I would have liked to have continued that. Maybe we will at some point, just to race more of Earthbound, because that was actually really fun. I don't know that there's any other game me and Mal could do that in. I guess we could race Mother 3. That is not a game that my brain says to race.
It's too long.
Yeah.
It's an 8-hour speedrun, I think.
Yeah, what, is there a category like 10%?
I don't know.
Drago percent?
There's too many games to speedrun.
We got 19 months from RPG Gary. And 300 Bits of Math Man says, speaking of eating a lot of food, today is my grandmother's 90th birthday, and we're celebrating by having 25 plus people in 2 rooms. Also clown.
Heck yeah.
Happy birthday to your grandma, and enjoy eating, because I'm sure you got some good eating if you're feeding 25 people.
Are they eating 25 people?
Probably. Happy birthday, Grandma!
Oh, it's a potluck. Okay, so someone could bring a person. Who knows? Probably not, though.
I don't know what kind of birthday it is. Anyway, Thomas, what you got going on this week?
This week, I'm gonna go visit.
Because you've been traveling.
I have been traveling. So I went to a conference, and it worked out well that I got flown up and got to have a rental car and stuff, and I was able to drive down the coast. I'm gonna go visit some family. No Toy Pizza Expo, unfortunately, in Beacon, New York this weekend. I'll go see some family. I had a wedding the weekend prior that screwed up everything. That was
You've
all.
You've been busy. You've had a lot going on.
I've had a lot going on.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast, yeah. Did that wedding that ate into the travel budget. So this only happens because of my work. So thank you, work. Appreciate you. Love my job. Love my job. I like my job. I have a job. Whew, it's fine. I'll go see some family, hang out with them. Hopefully go to another little event Saturday, and then I fly home Sunday.
Okay, so yeah, it really has been a busy week for you.
Yeah.
And we've been the highlight.
A highlight.
I'm just speaking for you. I'm like, we're the best thing.
The best damn thing to happen.
Best thing.
Cheese on an apple pie.
We don't know if that's good. We haven't tried that.
I'm willing.
Are we going to try that today?
We have to go get...
I
hope they have apple pie, get it, and then melt cheese on it.
It seems like it's something that we can do. It seems like something we can achieve.
I'm fine with just grading papers today.
Are you getting a little worried about getting behind on stuff?
Oh, I am behind on stuff.
I mean, same.
My job depends on it. Your job kind of does too.
I'm doing okay. I managed to get a few vlogs out while you were here, which was good.
That's remarkable.
I might work on another one or something today. It's a process. I'm almost out of May. We're not even going to worry about half of March that's missing, but we'll get back to it.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, it's everybody. 300 Bits from Shy says, listen, if people can make burn the pie % a thing in Cooking Mama as a meme, you can certainly make something like 10% for Earthbound. Yeah, well, 10% exists. I just would need something for like,
Mother 3.
yeah. I mean, it's chapter based, so you could probably just do a chapter.
Yeah, buggy tents, heavily run.
What's the music ghost boss?
Oh, Mr. Passion.
Yeah, Mr. Passion %. It's time to
It's time to
stand.
stand. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the same amount of time? I don't know. Something like
I've
that.
not played Mother 3 since 2008.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't played it in a long, long time until just recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. You should play it again sometime, especially since you've run Earthbound.
You know, I feel like you get it, that one time, and then
It's mechanically very good and very
Sure,
fun
yeah.
because of the music stuff. Wow, Chess says, now I want to make a speed hack removing all the slow cutscenes and required dialogue.
you could.
You are wildly qualified for this.
I feel like you are the most qualified person in the room right now.
So, yeah. I think you should call it Mother 3000. Because that's
Oh, that comes after our movie idea. We can't talk about that.
No, can't talk about that.
Can't talk about that. Can't talk about it in the morning. I feel like I've done really well to lock it in. I've locked in this morning. It's been great.
Thomas, when he got here, said, I want you to know I am going to be in rare form. Above rare form.
I've certainly gone full Thomas. We've not said that this weekend either.
It's been great.
It's been a great
It's
weekend.
been a while since we've said that. It's not even the weekend anymore. Like, we're working here.
It's great.
But it feels like the weekend, which is great.
We had 33 months from Chatterbox963. Things that we are going to announce. Mao, your stream schedule.
I'm not streaming today. I'm going to stream Thursday for painting.
Okay. Do you have a particular time?
1.
Okay. So Mao's stream is being moved to Thursday.
She's gonna hang out with me instead.
Yeah.
I will be back tomorrow at 1 for Super Metroid, though. So Thomas will be gone on his...
Thank God.
Wow. You're just worried that we're going to subject you to another night like last
No,
night.
I mean, I'm a bit much. I'll say that much.
So, more Super Metroid tomorrow at 1. Maybe the end? I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge.
How many bosses have you beaten?
I don't know. Because
What have you beaten?
Because I asked how many bosses I've beaten, and I got different answers
Okay.
in chat.
What have you fought?
I've beat Plant Man, I've beat Ghost Man, I've beat Kraid. So what is that, 2 or 3?
Have you fought Ridley?
No.
Okay.
I've seen his hole.
Then you have only beaten 2 of the major bosses.
Yeah. Oh, and I beat Crocomire.
Crocomire is not a major boss.
Yeah.
I don't like to play Super Metroid, but I do like to watch Super Metroid. I think it is a fascinating video game if it's played unbelievably well, and the speedrun for it is remarkable.
Oh, I can tell.
I mean, it
I've
is
never-
remarkable how cool it is to me.
I've never watched a speedrun for Super Metroid, but I'm figuring things out because you don't even learn things until like
Correct.
halfway through the game. So like halfway through the game, they're like, "Oh, by the way, you've been able to wall jump this whole time," and then you're like, "What?" And then you can think back to everything you've done, and you're like, "Well, crap, I could have skipped this or that."
The movement in it is absolutely beautiful and just super duper cool, but I absolutely hate playing it. I cannot do a wall jump. I cannot do it. But I do watch a lot of the speedruns, and I have watched videos about the mechanics and stuff, and you have beaten 2 major bosses. I'll tell you that much.
So I'm halfway done because I've been to the room with the 4 statues.
Those are the 4 major bosses.
Yeah, but I've also been streaming. This will be my 4th week, so I'm like, I feel like I'm getting near the end. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely.
You've not been to an area. Fix it up. You can go to area now, though. You have the thing required for area. But Fantoon is my favorite boss in the game, and I got to see you play the wreck ship. That's my favorite area of the game. So.
Oh. Well, neat.
Yeah.
I've beaten... No, I was going to say I've beaten all my bosses first try. That's not true. I did not beat Crocomire the first try. And that's... that.
Tried being.
Yeah, I used up all of my missiles.
You don't explore every move. That's the thing. I noticed that a lot in you. You are very meticulous in a video game, but you do not explore every option.
That's fair. Did you watch me try and beat the boss in Metroid 2?
Yes.
Because that was a...
Yeah.
As soon as I had a pattern down, I was like, well, this will take approximately 1 hour.
You're not willing to explore something new.
Yeah.
Or freestyle, a fight. And that's okay.
That's fine. I get there eventually. We have 48 months from the Bassoonist. Congrats on the 4. And 11 months from Shane the Destroyer.
Speaking of games, it's time to play Connections and Strands in the Mini.
Oh my god, are we going to do it right here on stream? Connections. Okay. Play Connections. Load. I gotta go fast.
Oh god. What is this?
Oh my god, that's so hard. This is awful. This is gonna take me an hour.
What?
Oh, okay. No. Wait. Help.
Coffee.
We had 300 bits from Jay Linebacker says, I will say as someone with a physical disability in their arm, Super Metroid is a massive pain to play, even with rebinding the controls. Wall jumping especially hurts to do. Even rebinding, yeah. Wall jumping, in fairness, wall jumping is a pain no matter what, because it doesn't work like you want it to work. It just doesn't. I think it's the one thing so far that has stood out as like a fairly major flaw. Chaz says, Connection's done. That was fun. So y'all...
This can't be...
Chaz is already done.
Well, he probably did it earlier.
No, he started when you started.
Did you?
Yeah.
How are you so good? There's no way that this is it. I'm doing this, and it better be right.
Yeah, I got it done.
Oh my god! You're done? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking too hard about it.
All right.
I'll do it later.
So no stream today. Mouse stream is moved to Thursday at 1. I will see you, however, tomorrow at 1 for the continuation of Super Metroid. And I'm trying to think if there's any other like last-minute things that need to be announced.
Coffee.
I don't think so. The only other thing is if somehow patrons haven't seen the latest Patreon video, it's been out for like a week at this point, but...
Spoilers.
It's good. It's good. It's got some info in it, so... There's some new stuff happening. New stuff coming. We 300 Bits Some Shy says, what's the brutal Super Metroid mod that people like to run? The one where you fight a boss in a pool of lava and are losing health constantly? That sounds bad.
Oof.
I've enjoyed Super Metroid, but when I'm done with it, I don't think it's going to be a game that I'm like, now I'm going to play this over and over again. I do look forward to revisiting Fusion at some point, because I played that when it came out and I enjoyed it, so I'll try that sometime. Okay. Thomas, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
Absolutely. For everyone else, we will see you on tomorrow. On tomorrow. We will see you on tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Wednesday.